I want to ask the both of you if you could share with our viewers today. If I'm a loved one, are there any signs that I could look out for maybe a friend or a family member? Just, maybe that I could pick up on that would help me identify if they are being abused.
Yeah. So I think the most obvious is usually victims become very isolated. So abusers are very calculated and manipulative to slowly distance victims away from their family, from their friends. And I think that's the most obvious. You'll see they're like almost I think slowly over time they become shells of themselves. So the smile isn't there, the vibrancy for life isn't there. And I always recommend to family and friends, when you're approaching a loved one and you think that maybe they're going through something, reflecting back the behavior changes, because those are irrefutable facts. So, hey, you haven't come to the past 3 events for the family. You're like always in attendance. I'm a little worried about you. Can we schedule a time to just hang out, the 2 of us? I really miss you. So because that's a little softer, and it doesn't put them necessarily in like a defensive position. So that would be one of the ways I suggest families and friends.
Sure. Would you like to elaborate on that too, Tina?
I agree with her. A lot of times that we'll see that, whether it's friends or colleagues, that you'll notice that they'll pull away and you start seeing less and less of them, which I did experience, especially when I went through the divorce, that the man that I had married was like that. I think it's also, just to add to that, I think with children it's a little different. Just growing up, especially with teenagers, it's almost like, first of all, they won't let friends close into their home, but they also have this other image of really like high functioning, always happy, successful, doing all, straight A students a lot of times. But it can go both ways too. Sometimes if you have a student that's really great and suddenly their grades drop and their attitude changes, then it kind of falls back on what she's saying too. So it's kind of like a split thing. Again, some of the things like that I've noticed, like I had a friend over and she was having nightmares. And I also had somebody that was doing the same thing that I was doing and was ducking, and like sudden movements scared her and she couldn't look me in the eyes anymore. So sometimes that person will act very outgoing and happy and you would have never known what their family life is at home. So, and that would probably be more so somebody that you weren't friends with for a very long time. So you wouldn't know like, oh, there's this shift or change.